Hello techies, welcome to Automation Anywhere RPA video tutorials. In this session, we are going to work with read from CSV or text command. First of all, let me show you, a real-time scenario where we are going to be using this read from CSV or text command. If you see in real-time scenario, we are having HR department, nothing but human resource department. So all the people the HR team will get for the salary related details in the CSV or the text files. If you see on my screen that I'm having two files, one is text file, another one is CSV. CSV is nothing but comma separated value. Let me show you what it is exactly. I'm I'm opening employee. This employee having the employee details like employee ID, employee name, role, and the salary. If you see, these are all comma separated. If you see the delimiter, you can see over here as a comma, that is nothing but comma separated value. Okay, and if you see over here the employee ID, this is coming as this, columns, and these are all the data. And if you see the details that have given employee ID as 1, Alex, developer, and the salary is 25,000. This is comma separated value. So how can we go ahead and we can read the data in comma separated value file, that is CSV file. And also we also can see in the same session how we can read the data from the text file. The same data what I have shown in the CSV file, the same data now I am having in the text file, that you can see employee ID, employee name, role, salary, but the delimiter is different. Okay, so now we will see in this session by using the CSV file how we are going to read the data by using Automation Anywhere. Let me switch to Automation Anywhere Enterprise Client. Now we are in the workbench, and if you see on my left hand side that we are having the commands. Now, which one we have to choose? We have to read from the CSV or the text, correct? So that you are having one of the command, read from CSV or the text command. Drag and drop this one into the action list. Let me drag and drop onto my action list. If you see, there's a pop-up kind of thing, read from the CSV or the text. If you see, there are two options that we are having. One is to read from the CSV file, another one is read from the text file. So now first of all we are going to check out the CSV file. That is, the first one is select a file, that which file you have to read, that you have to select the file. So now I am having the HR folder over here. If you see, I am having, if you see over here, that is CSV file, it is going to be getting it, right? So I'm going to select employee CSV file, and also the delimiter, you can see the delimiter over here. Let me open again my the CSV file from here. I will clearly explain you one by one. If you see over here, which delimiter that we are going to be using, comma separated, correct? In the same way here also, which one we have to give, where have to give the delimiter over here as comma or tab or regional list separator. Now we are going to be selecting comma separated. And if you see, is it containing any kind of containing header? Yes, it is having the headers over here. If you see the headers, that I'm having employee ID, these are all the headers. That the mean I don't want if I'm having any headers, I want to select this checkbox contains header. Okay, and if you see, if there is any spaces in between, for these values, like if I'm having employee and I'm having a space over here, if I'm having space for the Alex in bit trailing space, this is called trailing space, nothing but after the character or the before the particular value. You can see that the trimming, I want to remove that space by using leading space and trailing space. Okay, these are all the two things that we are going to be selecting. If you have any spaces in between the one word to another word or one column to another column. And the encoding that you are going to be using in the previous sessions also, I have shown you the ANSI, Unicode, UTI. As of now that I'm going to use ANSI value. And the session name. So it is, default that it is going to be mentioning it. If you want to maintain the same session for entire coding or the entire action list or the new task, then you're going to maintain a session. So as of now, what I'm going to do, I'm just giving CSV. I'm going to write the code I'm just using the automation anywhere task list that I'm going to using the CSV session. I'm just giving the CSV session over here, and then I'm going to save it. Once you click on the save, you will clearly get the commands like here or here. Read from CSV file. What is the CSV file name? You can see the path over here. And the delimiter, which one delimiter you have used, comma. Is it having this CSV file having any header? Yes or no? Yes, I am having. You want to trim the leading spaces, trailing spaces? Yes. And the session name have you mentioned? Yes, CSV session 1. And then if you see automatically start looping, it will goes on looping it. If you see what is the start loop, each row in the CSV file of the session. Okay, it will also cover the loop file over here. If you see over here, you can see over here, right? There is a command under the loop subcommand, each row in a CSV file / text file. This is the same thing that it is going to be using. That's the reason I have jumped from the loop commands to read file from the read data from the CSV file. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to read the data in the CSV file each and every row. So in the next session, we will see the how to read and write the data into the Excel sheet. But for the time being, whatever the data that I'm having, I want to display in the message box. Okay, how can I go ahead and do that? There's a message box that I'm going to drag and drop onto my action list. If you see, I'm just I will just write the caption over here, read data from CSV file. Okay, and what are the messages that I want to show? What are the data that I'm having in the particular row I want to display it? How can I go ahead and display it? Over here, please enter the message to show the user. Okay, if you see over here, what are the data that I have to display? Click on F2. You can find field commands. Search for the field data command. Each and every data that is a field over here. If you see, this is the field column. This will be stored as a field column 1, field column 2, and field column 3, and field column 4. Okay, I want to show the data in the field data column. So that I'm just selecting the field data column and I'm going to click insert. Now you got one more pop CX or text data column option. You have to specify the column number or select the variable name. Now I'm going to mention the column number. Which is the column number? This is the column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, and column number 4 respectively. First one I'm going to display as column number 1, and I'm going to just giving as comma, or I will give semicolon to separate because of we have already used comma separator over here. I don't want to make you confused. And the same thing, I'm just copying the same thing. And if you want to show 2, and for the time being, is it working fine or not? I will check it out by clicking on the save. Let me save it. I'm going to save the entire task that I am going to give it as CSV text demo. And I'm going to save it. Okay, now let me show you is it running or not. First of all, let me go ahead, let me run it. It will take a little bit time at the first time that it is going to be running it. You can find very fastly in the next time as I have defined previously. Now runtime window has been started. You can see CXV text file demo. It's gone to the 4. 4 is nothing but the line number 4. You can see the message 1 semicolon Alex semicolon. If you see, the headers are not defined, but it is fetching the data from the from the remaining rows. I will tell you why. Let me finish this. If you see 2 comma bolt, 3 comma Sushma, 4 comma Ram that we're having it, and it's gone to the end loop. Okay, so what is the reason that we are not getting this employee ID? Let me go to the first line and let me see. Here you have using the containing headers so that it is not reading the values from the first row. Now if you want to see the data also which I have given in the first row, now I am going to uncheck this checkbox containing header and then I'm going to saving it. You can see contain header, no. And I have saved it. Let me run it again. So while you are running it, it goes to read the CSV file and start loop. If you see, this is 4 out of 5. For line number 4, it is going to be picking up the employee ID, which has been given as the file data column 1 and employee name as field data column 2. It is also reading the data from the columns also. If you see 1 comma Alex, 2 Bolt, 3 Sushma, 4 Ram, right? Now it is going for the end. That's the reason while you are using header as no, it is going to be reading the first row also from the CSV file. So now I'm going to make it as S once again, that is containing header, saving it, and I want to display the remaining columns in the message box also. So that what I'm going to do, I'm just copying the things and I'm going for the fast purpose and I'm going to modify as file data column 3 and file data column 4 and I'm going to click on save. Okay, now let me go ahead, let me run once again this CSV file, that is comma separated value file, so that you will find it out very easily. If you see now, let me open it. 1 Alex developer 2000 25,000, sorry. So these values have been displayed over here and the second row, third row and the fourth row respectively. Okay, now it's gone to the end loop. Now I hope you got it how to read the data from the CSV file, right? Now I will show you how to read the data from the text file. Okay, now let me go back to my HR and I will show you what is the text file that I have. Let me open it. Let me go ahead, let me edit it. If you see the employee ID that I'm having, name, salary and all these things, but it has been saved in the text file. Now let me go to my workbench. Let me disable all these commands for the time being. And now I'm going to drag and drop on my action list the same read from CSV or text file. Now if you see, there is one more radio button, text, that is the text file I have selected, and I'm going to use the browser option over here, which file that I have to select. If you see over here, this is the text files that I'm having. I'm going to select employee. So the delimiter, you are having the new line or comma separator or tab or any other option. I have used another one, that is that I have used one kind of delimiter that I have used, and the same thing, trimming. If I want to, if you see in my CSV file that sorry, in text file, that I'm going to keep it some spaces over there between one value and the other value. You can see the 75,000 before that I'm having some spaces. After manager, that I'm having some spaces. Okay, so that that I'm going to trim this leading spaces and trailing spaces. Leading spaces is nothing but before the values, trailing spaces after the values. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the session name as text txt text session, and I'm going to saving it. The same way I want to read the data from the text file, and I want to display the data in the field commands. Okay, now I have copied this line for the faster purpose, the same message box, and you can see there is no difference for the to display file data 1, field data column 2, 3 and field data column 4. Now if you see from the read from text, if you see over here, it is reading from the CSV file, where the text file read from text file, and you can see the data as from the employee text. Delimiter, what is the delimiter has been specified. Header, yes or no. If you see, we are having the headers, but it is not giving any kind of value over here, so that I don't have any headers. Okay, and leading space, yes. Trailing space, yes, I'm going to trimming it, and the session that I'm going to give it as test session. Now I'm going to repeat again. This one has been used for the looping, start loop. This is the looping command that has been used internally. If it is not been used, if you want to write manually without drag and drop, you can use this each row in a CSV file. You can drag and drop and you can give the session name. Okay, if let me show you that one also. Just I'm not going to write anything. I'm just drag and dropping onto my action list that you can see start loop, and then each row in the text file. If I have anything, I will just give text. In the same way, if you see, I'm just going to give this save. You can find the same thing each row in the CSV or text file of session and the session. Okay, so that by we are going to be covering the same loop condition also, which we are having in each row and CSV file. I'm going to delete this command over here as of now. I don't want this command, just for the to show you that I have used that one. Let me go ahead, let me save this. Let me run this read from text file. You can see runtime window has been started, and you can see the line number 6, it's already read. Now we are in the line number 9, that it is showing employee ID, employee name, and roll number and salary. You can see the data has been started from the Alex, from the row 1, row 2, row 3, and row 4. And you can see that the space has been given, but it is not, it is going to be trimming, and then it is going to be reading the data. Okay, I hope now you got it about the delimiters and the trailing and trimming spaces also. So in this session, we learned about this, how to read the data from the CSV file, and how to read the data from the text file, and how we can going to be displaying the message box. In the next session, we are going to be using Excel commands. Okay, in the Excel command, we are going to read the data from the CSV or the text file, and we are going to be write the data into the Excel sheet by using the Excel commands. Okay. Thank you for watching Automation Anywhere RPA video tutorials. If you have any queries related to this concept, please post them in the comment section. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.